So we're back in my map tutorial city, where you have this residential area, the park area, and my harbor. I'm gonna place my airport on the far right side, and I'm gonna start placing the large terminal. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll probably build it right here. And I want to have my runway go this way, and if I want a parallel, I can have it on the other side. So let's start building the taxiways. And make an intersection here. And keep in mind you should have these lines match up. I don't know if the planes will taxi if you have anything else than taxiways, but we can surely check that out later, or I can check it out and make a video on that. So this is basically, actually I should have an intersection here. So what I was gonna say is it's basically just placing these tiles of taxiway, and you should do it back to back like this, unless you want to have problems. We don't want that, do we? With problems, I mean if you say, okay, I'm gonna have the taxiway start there and it's gonna go over here, even though it might be in a straight line. As you can see, you cannot overlap these. You must build them back to back. So I want to make a hangar area here, and I actually want to have the taxiway go out to the runway here. Let's see. I'll make the. Actually, let's do it like this. And now I can have the taxiway go this way. And I can, let's see, maybe I can connect these later on up here. As I said, this might not work out because these intersections are not evenly spaced compared to this one. I guess it should be 12 instead of 14 because these tiles are 6 by 6. So it doesn't work every time, and you need to, yeah, as you can see, that didn't work. So let's screw that and have this taxiway go further there, and I'll make a turn here like this, and in this place I'll make the taxiway stop. You have two different taxiways. One is 6 by 6, the other is 8 by 8. I guess this marking means it goes to a dead end. So right here I can place a hangar, and I must say these hangars are lovely, both modeled and textured. I guess I should have them something like this. Then it's up to you to brush it in, really, to make it blend in with the rest here. And that's it really for these hangars. I've never seen any plane come out from these hangars. I might be wrong. So these do not have any function except looking really nice. And of course here we can place Find the airport category here. Here you can place small planes like this, and like so, or so this might be the hangar for a small air club or something. And we can have some more planes or luggage carts. And yeah, you know, you can go nuts with all these details that's here and available for you to place in here. So let's complete the taxiways and make the runways. Just make a few more here. I always click wrong. I don't know why I do that. And at the end we place this guy, which will serve as it's an ILS stop, these markings here, or runway stop markings that will tell the pilots to brake, stop, hold for clearance from the tower, and etc. So you there we go. I think the developers should look into this, making these making it possible to overlap or possibly click and drag. For once, I'd really like a click and drag function. Really like so. And by the way, I think the developers should look into having the runway markings look right. I believe I saw in one of the maps it was correct. One was 27 and the other one was 09, which is the correct heading information. I'm not gonna go into why these numbers are here, but it's for telling the pilots they are on the right course and are on the right runway. So it's basically heading in the compass, degrees of the compass. Okay, so that was one runway. Now we have one left, and then you can start making some detailing to your airport. I just want to mention you should start from one end, just like the taxiways. You start from one end, and oh yeah, okay. Well, I thought I had missed it there. You start from one end and just complete that on that axis instead of building starting from two ends. That will never match up because they cannot overlap. You might ask, how do you get into this airport? Well, you have a road here, and you could easily make this road come into from the side here, but as a detail geek as I am, I want to build a tunnel that will come up, I don't know, from under this runway. Let's just extend this runway for the heck of it, to make the effect more like it should be. And I could probably just extend this taxiway because it's way too short now. Anyway, I like to have the road come from a tunnel under here and make up a parking lot and place a tower, and yeah, make it look real, make it look nice. And as always on any airport, there are no trees, if you didn't know that. So okay, let's build this tunnel. I want to have it right here. Start 2 tiles before the actual runway, so it sits in the middle of the tunnel, and then you connect it to the regular road, so it will slope nicely up here. Let's do the same here. And let's do something like this, and I'll have plenty of space for parking lots here, and having the tower sit next to this road will I think that will look nice. And then of course you will have to add fences and other things that makes people stay on the side they are supposed to and not run into the runway and yeah, get picked up by the jet engine and blasted out like spaghetti. So I added a little bit of surface here. It's a tarmac or concrete surface, I believe. And I think I'll probably add a road here where you can have let's see if I can fork it off. Actually, let's do it the other way, like so. A little bigger roundabout, that looks a bit nicer. So what I want to do is have a parking lot. I think it's in the commercial parking garage. Right here. And I'll have another one because there's a lot of people on an airport traveling all over the place. And we'll paint some more to cover up these areas that didn't work out. Let's see. Like so. And then you have all these square edges. I don't like them too much. So in the decal or the props here, you have some decals that you can add to round off edges like this. It really adds a lot, like the other style, other corners here. So that really adds a lot to the feel here. And I think I'll need to take that away to add the other corner. Yeah, right. And I probably have to do the same for all the other corners here, which is on the outside of the squares. Let's see, same here. This is really just detailing, as I've showed you in the harbor video. You don't have to, but I'm a detail geek. I love to do this. It really makes it look just that much better. And I should have some inside corners here, obviously, like that. Okay. So then you start detailing your airport, and we should add some corners here too, by the way. But you start detailing your airport using these props, like a windsock, an ILS box, which tells the plane that it can automatically land on autopilot, and you can add taxiway lights, luggage cars. You can add all these kinds of props that will really make the airport stand out, look nice. You even have taxiway signs and runway signs. That's cool. And apron lamps. Put them in the middle here. And you should put some fences up. Probably chain link. And yeah, I need to put these guys in the corners and build out from them. I believe that was what I found out. So I'll stop the recording now and see you in a moment when I've added some more details here. So here I am. I'm placing fences all over the airport. I've just done all this, and I have the rest to cover, but I'm getting there. It just takes a little time. So see you soon again. Okay, so I just came up with an idea. I have to ask you developers, what if you could toggle between the two last items you selected? Like, for instance, now I would like to make a corner for my fence here, and well, it kind of becomes tedious to do this all the time. So if I could hit a button on the keyboard and toggle between the straight and the cornered chain link fence here, that would become very handy. I'll just delete that. And same goes for anything else, really. Like if you have if you're building a residential area or a harbor or whatever, really, you wouldn't want to spend much time in the menus. You would rather spend time building. So if you could, say, toggle between the item you currently have and the previous one, that would be a real advantage. Seriously. As you can see, I've fenced a little bit more, and I've added some parking lot spots here. I think that looks nice. And I would probably add a little bit more details to the airport, like taxiway lights. That would look nice. So, for instance, since we have this grid on the home key, you can space them out very evenly like this. So that will really help on actually I have tried spacing them out using the grid, so this way it actually saves a lot of time, and that looks just fantastic out of the box, really nice. Yeah, and just for the heck of it, a few lights on the end of the runway. And you can go all over the place adding all these lights and make it look believable. So I'm just gonna skip that. Let's try this. And by the way, this save and play button, I think it's flawed. Even though my map attributes clearly state, say, 1960s or 70s, it will start in the 1920s. So I'm gonna save map, exit to main menu, new game, sandbox, open a map editor tutorial, which will start in the 1970s. Pick my favorite color and hit start. As you can see by this map here, the airport is very large for this map, so I'll probably get rid of this runway and keep the other. But the main goal here was to build an airport that was fully functional, and as you can see, it is. I even have a bus network going through here, picking up passengers, and yeah, that's it really. Just keep in mind you should probably scale your airport to the map size you've picked to work on. So this is way too big, but it looks cool though.